definitely always for me.
Like,
Yeah.
as much as possible.
I know. And it's like, that's why I'm like, I feel like the class needs to be like 3 days long or something, because it's so hard to get through everything. Why are you like that? Why are you like that?
But yeah, I just wanted to see, honestly, I just wanted to see the setup.
Oh, that's nice.
Some work done. So
Yeah.
there's nothing specific. I was in my mind, I was like, she's so close. We already had plans to like
Yeah.
content and stuff like that. I was like, maybe I could just take advantage of like getting a session after
Yeah.
some work done.
100%. Because that, for me, that's like part of why I was doing this was because you go to class, you learn it, you feel it in class, but you're feeling it from someone, you know, most of the time, someone that's doing this for their first time. So you really don't know what is this supposed to feel like. And even if you do receive it from samurai, you know, you're only receiving it like little bits. So yeah. So it's really hard to kind of like put into understanding as like, what is this supposed to feel like?
Right.
You know, I mean, I think that you did a really great job as seeing it and doing it and like feeling it and getting it.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, I feel like most people just come take one class and keep going. And it's like, you got to keep feeling it, got to keep doing it and practicing it. So she and I actually went yesterday to Zinwell and got hooked up there. It's a small place. It's small. So we'll see what happens with this Thai jam because we're wanting to do a Thai jam. So they call themselves the like Thai only.
I think they offered me a job.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't do Thai. And she was like, there's someone here that teaches it. And I was like, I'm gonna wait.
I am gonna wait. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it's in well.
It's interesting. Well, I don't even know where we're going. I don't know why I'm building a pillow. Talk to me. What are we wanting to go? Like, what are we wanting to do today?
So I figured I'd take advantage of this hip because that's a big one. I feel it every day. So like I feel it right now.
And what? Tell me more. Okay. Okay.
So I did track. This is
Oh, the hurdle. Yes.
Hurdles and a lot of jumping, right? And so that QL was like the biggest issue. And I got it released a little bit, and then I stopped doing the work, and now it's just like done. So there's that, and then if there's time, I'll take starting on the shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, okay, if there's time, priority is probably hip.
So as adductor quad is what you're thinking? Exactly. And I'm sure hamstring. It's like all gets involved.
Yeah. Every part of it. I feel literally right now. I feel psoas, adductors. I feel that attachment into like hamstring right at the beginning. So and then my glutes are always.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, we can try to push through and do the shoulder. Yeah. We can. We'll have to move really quick. I mean, I think it would be ideal to spend the whole time on the hip just because it's a 90.
The shoulder's just there, and so, but it's not as bothersome.
Yeah, I mean, we can see what happens. We can see how it moves along, but it's just like one thing I've learned from my own stuff with my left leg is that the adductors just take forever to let go, and it's like, so hopefully they release quickly, but it's like sometimes they're just like, no, I'm doing this at my own pace. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially the adductors. They're just so bratty.
I wanted to know how you did adductor work anyway.
Yeah. Well, we're here. Let's do it. So do we want to start on our back, go straight into the psoas first?
I think so.
I was scared the first time Robert said, are we going to do this? And I was like, I don't know. But like, honestly, it's not as scary. For me, at least, it was, that one's dead. 4. Okay, I have 3 cameras on right now. What the freak? Hold on. Camera 1 is down. It doesn't look like it's down. I bet you when my hotkeys is off. Let me adjust my hotkey. But you know, whenever Robert did that with me, I was like so worried. But then in the end, it was all good that we did it first because it showed me like, no, this is my issue. Yeah. Oh, it's because I don't have my numlock on. That'll do it. But it showed me like, yeah, this is the issue and it is affecting everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't be so nervous about it. Let's see, that works now. Yeah, 3 is out. Cool. That's better.
For sure.
All right, well, let's start face up. And so, as you can see, this is my suspension. Yeah. I just use it as support. I'll be using it today with the adductors, quad, hamstring, all that good stuff. But when I tell clients, typically I have like a heat pad to kind of give them, but it's been so fucking hot. I haven't had it down.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
Yeah. But I just tell people, line yourself up underneath the suspension. If I need to drag you, I'll drag you.
Okay.
Yeah. So post class, I mean, you seemed like you really got it when we were putting everything together day 3, but like you've already started doing sessions. So it seems like you comprehended and like soaked it in pretty well.
I've always wanted to do Thai.
Nice.
So I knew, like, as soon as it started to click for me, I was like, Jasmine, this is what we've been waiting for, basically.
Yes.
I enjoy the body work and things like that, but there was definitely those moments when I was doing like sports where I was like, I don't know if I'm helping. I don't know, like, what am I missing? And it was for sure literally this. We had a 2-day Thai class in the core program.
Where'd you go?
School. NHI, National Holistic.
Oh, right. I always forget you're from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So they gave us that, and I was like, this is it. And so my teacher was like, go in and get certified, like, deepen all this in Thai. But then I went into the advanced program, which was 6 months, and then my focus was just there.
Yeah.
And so and then I'm just like, and then I slowly kind of circled back.
Yeah. Totally. Did you feel like some of the stuff you learned in that 1-day training, did any of it seem familiar, the 2-day training? Some of it was familiar?
Yeah, there were things where I was like, I know this.
I've done this before.
Yeah, I know this move. Okay. It's like I'm aware, but I was trying to keep an open mind as much as possible.
Yeah.
So, which obviously helps. Not having the expectations. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna miss. I've already missed the opportunity once to where I slowly started to forget the practice. So let's just jump into it.
And people have been loving it?
Yeah, people have been enjoying it. I haven't even been like doing the formal ask. I've been like, all right, we're gonna get on the floor today.
I love it.
Like, okay.
I think that's the best way to do it, because I think when you're the less confident you are when you're like trying to explain to them what it is, then they're like,
And they really don't know.
No.
It was kind of surprising to me in a sense, but I have to remind myself that I study it, you know? And so they're like, what is Thai massage?
Unless people are traveled, they might not know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people that travel, they'll know just because of the exposure from the outside world.
Right. And then just knowing how little body work people actually get. So obviously they're not venturing out.
Yeah.
So that's where it's my job, right?
Educate,
expand their horizon a little bit.
Yes.
I was like, okay, everyone's gonna learn something.
I love it.
So yeah, and it's nice that I have clients that trust me. Whatever you gotta do, let's just go for it.
I love that.
So I literally only have one client who's aware of what Thai massage.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. And then I had one client who thought it was shiatsu. They're like, yeah, they're standing on me and they're using their feet along my back. And I was like, no oil. She was like, oh, she was using oil to my snake. I was like, no. We're not having it.
And that's ashiatsu, but then you still do have shiatsu,
which is the pressure.
Which looks a lot like Thai in some ways. Like there's a guy that teaches it and he carries like a stick around, and it's basically like he's the stick for balance, whereas we use the suspension for balance.
Okay.
But our balance, this is more than balance. This is like giving pressure, releasing pressure at the same,
He's literally
he's using it for balance so that he can apply compressions with his feet.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like a middle ground between ashiatsu and Thai, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know there's a girl in Austin that does ashiatsu. My friend showed me, and I was like, I'm not really much.
Yeah, ashiatsu was great before I knew about Thai.
Yeah.
Because I wanted like deeper pressure and I wanted to stop like hurting my therapist. But then once I discovered Thai, then ashiatsu was like, I couldn't do it because there's too much oil and slide. And I'm like, but I just want you to stay in one spot for a moment and like sink in, And they're just so move around. I'm like, hang out.
It helped. I think the advanced program helped a lot because we were learning to slow down already. So the slowdown came naturally getting before the class, it was definitely help stretching.
That's everyone on a table though. It's like you also are only given like 60 minutes to do an entire full body. It's like, this isn't reasonable, my friend. So placement wise, how are we feeling?
Feel good.
Okay.
I feel a referral into my hips.
Yeah, I feel that. I like landed and I was like,
Yeah,
seems like I'm somewhere I'm supposed to be.
doing great.
Yeah.
Past few days, I've caught myself literally digging.
And I have my little tool right there, that little blue thing. I've got all my
yeah.
I've got all my hard drives stacked on it right now, but yeah, you know, it's okay.
Okay.
It's better than nothing.
True.
But I'm about to get the mark, which is like the hip hook.
Okay.
And it's a $200 contraption, but I contacted them and asked for a referral code, so I get $20 off for my clients. Just better than nothing. But that's where I'm about to go because it's just, it gets in there. Whereas that is so thick, like that would probably be way too thick for you because you don't have a lot of space. And so you would probably have to do one at a time if you use that. I mean, it's worth trying, but you need I would think the hip hook would be better for you specifically.
Okay. So do you have like sponsorships, and or you just contact
them? Yeah, you'll never know like who can give you, because what's happened is I was just like, look, this tool works for my clients. I referred my clients to it. They've given me great feedback. So I let the company know like, hey, I really like your product. My clients really like your product. Can you give me a discount code? Right. They're like, sure. And then I didn't realize there was gonna be like a back thing too. Like they're like giving me like 10% of every sale. So I've got like a little like, you know, money sitting in an account that I'm earning by just posting about it. It's crazy.
Contact people that
I mean, yeah, you can either tell your clients about it while you're working on them and you see someone's psoas problem. I need to get the tool in office so that people can try it. That's my big thing. That's why I got that leg lift right there, because clients that sleep on their side, I'm trying to get them to stop sleeping on their side. So I'm like, you know, if you don't want to pay the money for a bed that lifts, then try this. And it's super comfy. But that's what I've noticed is like, if I have the stuff in office for them to try, then they're like, oh, okay, like, yeah, this does help. You know,
they can test it out.
Yeah, like I have the Rolleiflex Pro. I have another one that's good for lower leg and arm stuff. But the psoas is one where it's like, literally, this is the only thing that you can have to access this muscle. Right. And for us that are having issues with our psoas, pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Starting to head a little more towards your head just to see what's more tender. Yeah, they're all involved. And I haven't yet figured out what the F is causing mine. Robert's like, I keep doing the same thing. And I'm like, I get it. Don't get frustrated with me. Like, I want you to step on it and I want you to elbow it. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what it is. So I've just tried to start stretching my adductors more because I have a feeling like the adductors really have a big part of this. They're all in cahoots.
Yeah. I was telling a client yesterday, I was like, it's puzzle piece. Since you have the bows in his psoas, and he was like, I feel it in my arm. Yeah. You know? It's however you're moving your body, and he just started really taking care of his body, but he already has an injury. So like, literally, you're gonna feel a little bit of it. So I get surprised.
I always say the body's like a Rubik's Cube, but that doesn't really make sense because there's Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. Because I'm like, we just have to figure out what method and what way to approach the body to get things in the right place.
Right.
It's like, sometimes there's a specific order the body wants.
Yeah, which is very true.
Like, that's why I need you to tell me if something's complaining.
Thigh mat.
Yay! Which one did you order?
I found this company called Sun and Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this huge.
Nice. One of the soft ones?
I think so, yeah.
Because even if you get that, you just get like a backup one that's like this, so you could take it and do events.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to. Because I'm having to we're doing an event in August or September or something, and I'm having to let Samantha borrow one of my mats because she doesn't have one she can wipe off.
Yeah. So have that coming in tomorrow.
Yay! We're laying on new mats right now. I don't know if I like them though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's only a third session I'm doing on them. Robert was my first. He came in and I was like, it looks like one has like looser fabric and it feels a little softer. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I spent 180 or 160 on it, so I want it to be good.
Right.
So I might try one more company and just see, but at least we're not in COVID times right now where it's like you cannot get supply.
Yeah.
But it just seems a little inconsistent supply right now. Probably getting way too close to the floating rib right now. Anything uncomfortable from getting close to that floating rib?
No.
Cool. I'm gonna come out for a moment, let you rest. How's that side feeling? Does it want another pass?
Feels good.
Okay. Let's go to the other side. Sometimes, especially with me, I'll be like, hang out, I need more. And like my baseball players,
Yeah.
because of all that like twist,
yeah.
I always have to work like psoas and lower abs for like, I'll do a pass and be like, is that good? And they're like, I need more. And I'm like, all right, dude, I get it. So it just depends on the person and the body. So that's why I always do like a good pass and then I check in, give the client a break, because obviously it's intense.
Yeah.
And just see like, where are we at? What do we want?
So getting into like athletes and connecting with people, how did you?
I don't know. Instagram. And I think it's also a big breath. I think part of it comes because I'm going out and going to like the gyms. Okay. So like going out to On It and doing stuff, going out to like Black Swan and doing stuff. And so then I'm getting linked with the athletes that way. But like I'm also getting linked with the comedians too, because I'm getting linked in with some of those people with Joe Rogan, which is cool. Like my last client was my last client right before he was a big time comedian. Like he's becoming big. He's
on his way.
Dude.
Blowing up.
I didn't realize how big he was. And so now I'm like not commenting about his work anymore because I don't want him to feel weird.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was that big. And then I like, oh shit. Like, regular on Kill Tony. Like you're doing it, man. So I don't talk about comedy to him anymore because I don't want to make him feel weird. But I think you get in just by like, being at the right places where you're like posting that you're at that gym and, but it's Instagram. It's all Insta. That's where everyone finds me. It's crazy.
I think that's what I lack is.
That's what we all lack, dude.
Is the networking and the going out and shopping.
Well, once you start feeling more comfortable, I totally would love to include you in these Black Swan events. You know what? Yeah. It's not a paid event, right? So, but what she gave us was a free unlimited membership.
Oh, wow.
We have to agree. Now, this year got all effed up because we were supposed to do an event, which was going to we were supposed to do one a quarter, right?
Yeah.
It's just 3 hours going there. What we do is we record our footage. So that way we get marketing footage of us doing work. I was thinking about trying to find someone to trade with that'll do some videography work for us.
Yeah.
And so we get to give our cards. There's 4 of us going. It's gonna be me, Sam, and then Tammy, this girl in South Austin, and then another gal, Andrea. And we're gonna have all 4 of our business cards just all stapled together, or not stapled, but attached, so that every person gets 4 business cards. So that means 16 people will get 4 cards each. So that way for their clients that need a therapist, they have 4 different people to refer. You know, they get to see the work. They can like be like, dude, I had this crazy work, whatever, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
So it's just those little things that like, because like what you said, a lot of people don't know what we do. You have to go out and show them and let them feel it. So I do a variety of like, you know, when I went to On It, it was always free too, but I've started doing like my QR code for my Venmo. I just have it there. And I started getting tips at the end because I was like, come on, man, it's hot in here.
Yeah.
Freaking gym work, dude, murders. So hot in there sometimes.
I went to class the week before, something like that. I was at F45.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think I don't do it, or don't. I guess a part of me didn't want to because of the table. Like,
oh, you did a table of it there?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I was like,
yeah, next time you can do your mat.
Yeah, now I do the mat, and that feels so much more comfortable. So I'm definitely gonna hit him up and be like, hey,
yes,
do it again.
Exactly. And so what you have is like your business cards there, and then if they allow video work, I'll video myself working on them and then use that to market on my Instagram. Because that shows you out in the wild, and like, and then people, even if the people that aren't getting it, they're seeing it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, snap. And then people at the gym will start talking. They'll be like, hey, I saw you got some work from Jasmine. Like, how was that? They'll be like, dude, this was crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've found works best for me. But Instagram blows me away. Like, I just had this 95-year-old client that apparently found me back in the winter, but I travel a lot in the winter, ski season.
Yeah.
My washer sounds like it's about to take off. So anyway, she gave me time. All I needed was like a week. You know, you could schedule it anytime. But she finally reached out to me the other day and I went and saw her. She's like, yeah, I saw you on Instagram. I knew I wanted that. Tired of my time being wasted with lotion.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? This 95-year-old lady, I'm on my hands and knees doing more palm pressure because she's 91. She says, I want more. So I had to stand up and give her a compression. She's like, no, that's great.
Yeah, older ladies are intense.
I'm telling you. Yeah. I was terrified. I was like, did I bruise this woman? She's like, yeah. I'm like, girl, I got you. I'll step on you. And she's like, that's what I want. I'm like, all right, girl. Thank God, right? It's like balance is key, but I'm happy that both sides aren't pissed off.
Sure there. I mean, I try to stretch as deep as possible, but it feels like this side feels like it's hard. Anytime I take my leg away from myself, and I'm just like.
Do you ever do the did I show you all the thread the needle type psoas stretch? Because it's bomb as F. I tell my clients to do it because it's one of the few ways you can like stretch your psoas. But I'll show you that to you too. We'll see. But I get it. I understand. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like, what is happening, body? How do you sleep?
I start on my back. Pretty good at sleeping on my back because of the injury to the shoulder. So I got used to it. But
good.
My fiance loves to cuddle. And so I turn away onto my left. And then my leg is straight and then my other leg is out. But I will be like, she'll kind of chase me a little bit.
That's funny.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm like,
I need space. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, I love you.
I'm rarely, if ever, on my right shoulder. That's just habit. I try to, and I really do enjoy stretching before bed. But lately it's been just hard.
So I've been trying to increase it lately because since Robert was like trying to not step on me and trying to put me over foam rollers, I was like, full. I was like, all right, maybe I should stretch my hip flexors. So I've been trying to increase it. I basically just come in here and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stretch. Does this side feel like it need another one?
No, this side feels light.
Fabulous. Yeah, I'm like trying, like, it's a challenge. It's like
I'm able to do, but I feel so like I'll stretch and I'll get on the floor, but it's so uncomfortable lately that I'm like, I can't can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Definitely long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever genuinely been consistent with getting it. So I know my body's slowly like I'm literally just managing it.
Mm-hmm.
Finding someone to trade is hard.
Well, that's someone you want to trade with.
Yeah.
And then they have to have time.
I tried with the lady who's in my office. Um, I don't know. She makes me feel like I don't do that. So I don't really like working with her.
No, it doesn't.
Nice.
It doesn't feel good if you don't feel like you're enough. That's for sure.
Yeah, she's super nice, but I think the way that she explains it, she's always like, you know, you're gonna get deeper than massage because massage is it.
Has she had anything since you've trained though? Because you're like, I can give you deep now.
I
You're like, "Ah, I'm done." Yeah, it's cool.
So she's kind of one of those ladies that does a little bit of everything.
Mm.
So even when I told her, like, oh, time that's my practice, she was like, yeah, I was gonna do it and everything. I was like, and
Yeah.
she does the human body ball rolling things.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, and then I do the sports massage, and then she's like promoting sports massage now. Do I have to get away from this lady? So,
Because she's just like in the office building.
So you have the office suite, and then there's 3 offices.
I
So
see.
the
So y'all share a waiting
chiropractor-
room and a bathroom.
Yeah, so waiting room, restroom, and then there's 3 offices. So it's her in the first one, chiropractor's right in between us, and I'm in the last one.
Nice.
So it's cool. I barely see her, honestly.
I don't think you need to worry about her, to be honest.
I don't think
I
so
think your
either.
skills and like how you make clients feel like comfortable.
Mhm.
Like I think that it's like you don't have to think about it as competition because I don't think there is any.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because she says she's doing something,
Yes, that's true.
I don't think means anything. This one. I don't know.
But as a trade, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah. Then it's not working.
I'm just saying. So I know that I need deeper body work.
Mm-hmm.
Although I try to keep it intermediate level, my body's like, we need more.
Yeah. Oh, there's my hair tie. I'm like, where is my hair tie?
Yeah, definitely just figuring things out, being confident, getting out to know and meeting people for sure.
When he's like, what the hell? My washer. I'm like, what is happening in there? I'm just washing sheets. Yeah, I think that your confidence definitely is there. And it's not like out of place either. It's like you're in a good place. Like you're doing great work. And it's good that you have the confidence. How's the pressure?
Pressure's good.
Should I slowly warm it up at first? As I get my damn hair up. One thing is, it's like, say you get your suspension set up, you can get your girlfriend to get on it if she will. Sorry, I dropped a hair tie. Because though there's a lot they don't know, right?
Yeah.
You can guide them a lot of the time.
Yeah.
How are you doing so far? Okay.
She when I got the tie mat, she was like, "Let me see the tie mat," and I went in. It's pretty expensive, so I hope it lasts very long. And so she went on Amazon and was like, "This one's $100. I want this one for the house." Just for her. But of course, I have to spend that part of the money too.
Yeah. Like, I'll have these on it with you, sis.
I think that's a fair idea.
Right?
For sure, just gonna take naps on it.
That's funny. Feel that pulling, tearing sensation?
Yeah.
Does it feel psoas?
No, it definitely is just
Adductor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get really close to the attachment too.
Mm-hmm. And the only way you can do that, like, I know I'm really close to your privates. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm close
But
to your
also
personal
you're
space.
pulling
Away.
right?
This is the only way, because all of my issues are super high. If we address the sideline, the problem is that we're just getting way too close to like because my leg, the way it folds over, it like blocks that top portion where you're like right up against my business, and I'm like, I don't like that. Even if it's like, so I have a hair in my mouth, so even if it's like one of my friends working on me, I like my personal space. You know what I mean?
No matter what.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
I mean, but like this is the best way. And Robert's like, why do you like it? I'm like, because all my issues are up top, and the other way, it's like you're right up against my stuff. I don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
but here, yeah, we're there.
You're also going away. So
Away.
It's not nearly as invasive.
Mm-mm. And why would you want to go towards the area where it's hurting?
Right.
You know, you want to like stretch it away.
But to do that on the table with
Like, how do you do that across the body? And elbows, it's so sharp.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Where this is intense.
This is intense.
Mm-hmm. But you could
very
take it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's we talked about it, like it's spread
Mm-hmm.
across,
Mm-hmm.
so that pressure is like easier to deal with.
And I mean, I went in with a blanket because I know you're super tight.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do typically is I show people what it feels like without the blanket. So I'll let you see that. And then I'll put the blanket back because I think you'll probably want the blanket. But there will come a time where things have warmed up enough where you're like, okay, I need you to take the blanket off. So I like for people to see that there's the option, because in my first couple of years, I wasn't doing that. And I feel like I was just beating people up and not showing them the option, where it's like, we have to train them just like we're training them what this is. I don't know. You might be able to handle this without.
Yeah, it feels nice.
Okay, there you go.
Definitely.
Good.
I do like pigeon stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
This leg is just up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it in my sacrum.
Mm-hmm.
And this is exactly where, and it's referring to my
Mm-hmm.
glutes for sure.
Yes. It's
just like
mm-hmm.
it just won't move, and it hasn't budged for years.
Yeah.
How much I stretch, I add weight into it, and it's like.
Do you think you have any like emotional trauma stored?
For sure.
Because that might be like, and Sam knows a chick that is off 23 North that she's referred people to. She's in like Leander area. I don't know if she only works from her house or if she does virtual or what she does. I don't know. But that might be something to look into and just like add it in as we're starting to like work on this stuff.
Yeah.
Because as far as what she was telling me, she said that she had this client that had this like gnarly stuff going on in his shoulder. And she said, we'd work on it. Couldn't get it to budge. And she finally got him to go see Kylie. And then Kylie was able to do some energy work and she's like, it was gone. Mm-hmm.
I've done Reiki before. I did something. I totally forgot. I did something and got this huge release, and I didn't even. I'm trying to remember what it was. But yeah, I didn't even. You know, there was no hands-on, no body work, and my low back felt. So I've known for a while that it's emotional for sure.
I mean, some of it's physical too.
Yeah.
Because you work out hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. But I've dialed back so much to where I'm like, I know at some point
We need to deal with it or something.
You go up, it hurts. Right at that
Mm-hmm.
SI.
Yeah. And that's why when I hear people saying I've got SI joint issues, I'm like, let me see what your adductors feel like. Mm-hmm. So when I'm doing that, like, we call it, you know, gun in the holster, where I'm like rocking their hips. Yes. That's where I'm like, what do they feel like? I'll be like, oh, snap. Mm-hmm. Like, there's definitely something here. And I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go in there. Because I like learned through all my physical issues, like, okay, this could be like what's going on with this client now. Because like, I can feel what my adductors do to my body.
I just thought about a client. Because he just had his SI joint. And I told him, go to the chiropractor for me, things like that. And I was like, there's something else that I'm missing. And now that I'm feeling it,
Probably this
I saw him
adductor.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I need something.
Mm-hmm. And did you do mat work with him yesterday?
Yes.
That's cool. You didn't check, or did you see what was going on in the adductors?
A little bit, but
But it's like you also didn't have the.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I thought about it. I was looking at his adductors and I was like, I should just put a foot.
And what you do until you get your suspension is you just stand across body.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wear these pants. I'm always having to pull them up. My belt, I'm stupid. And you just come across the body. And now you're going to see how different this is, right? Because you don't have that sink down and pull away,
Right.
but we're still addressing the adductors.
I had the right intuition, but I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. But say if you still want to get that, you just come up the body and you can still work across. Of course, when you're dealing with men, it's like we're dealing with bodies.
Yeah.
But they know. They see you just, I'm like, just move yourself around however you need to. I'm coming in to do a compression in your other, across your body adductors.
Yeah, they don't want anyone's foot.
Yeah, they don't want that. They will just handle it.
Aware.
Yeah. A little more intense. Yeah. And you won't even have the suspension, so you're going to be more of like, what's happening? You're going to be more of like this. So sharper, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
1 foot.
Still feels good.
Still feels good. Way better than an elbow. I went to a Thai jam once. It was the brand new Thai jam. This girl's husband was hosting with her. He's not a therapist. And he was like teaching some people to like come in. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was sitting there with Cody working on my boyfriend next to him. And I was like, I'm so sorry to like interject myself, but no. I was like, first off, you don't know each other. Do you want to be all up in his crotch with your elbow? And do you want his face all up in your crotch or whatever? He's like, oh, I don't care. And I'm like, trust me. Like, there's better ways to do this. This is also going to be very painful. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, at least warm it up before doing that. But that guy was just trying to wing it, Oh, it's like back here too, the hammy. And so what I tell people is like, if I'm doing this and you're over it, tell me, we move on. We can come back to it. Also.
These are, I mean, it's
mm-hmm. It's relaxing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start working a little closer to the knee. But I know a lot of it, there's this here too. I'm like, who are you?
Oh, it's, yeah.
She goes, well, didn't you want to get in there and work Tim's hamstrings? I'm like, yes, but I don't have time for that. Yeah, I'm like, that's a project there. Yeah. Like, we need time to just sit there and like sink and soak in.
Yeah, I was, so like day one, I was fairly quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I was just letting Ava know that she was on the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like,
sassy.
Yeah, she was like, tell me that. I'm like, well, this is a session. We're learning here.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you really get into it, you kind of have to be patient. Well, because my muscles are going to get upset.
Mm-hmm.
That were, 5 minutes and almost suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, don't you want to learn as much as possible?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys gotta. And then I realized we're just gonna be in it. Everyone's taking their time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just let it go.
I'm with you. You and I could just take off in class.
Yeah, I was like, guys.
I was like, y'all, I'm going to show you something. And then I'm like, God dang, I'll spend 30 minutes doing this. I'm like, all right, y'all.
Yeah,
you can continue doing this, or we could learn something else. And there's like, everyone looked at me and I was like, fuck you. I like went back to it. They were like, they said kindly, fuck you. We're going to keep working.
Like,
I was like, all right.
I was like, guys, we're in class.
Let's learn something.
We got to get as much in as possible.
It's always my concern. And I've always been like this. I'm trying to push people too quickly. And I'm like, am I pushing people too fast? Are people soaking it in? And I'm like,
fine line
dude, they're balancing it.
Don't forget we're in class, so like we do have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
But also taking it, right? But I feel like I feel like we could have moved along quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was paying attention to the comments and I was like, I'm just taking what you got.
I know. It sucked.
And so you being here,
mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. We're here for support and to move on.
But,
Yeah.
it was funny.
I recognized there, and so that's why I pulled and I was like, Sam, you're going with Jasmine. She was like, yes. And I was like, I can sense that she's frustrated and I understand why, because it's hard. You've got one person, you were getting frustrated. I mean, I understood why, but I wanted, it's like you have to balance everyone and be like, okay, we've got someone that's a little bit on the older side who's been a therapist for a long time. Then we got someone that's brand new, middle age, and then we got someone young and like 7-8 years in, like kicking ass, and you have to balance that. And so I know that Sam is so strong. I knew that she could give you some relief and some extra guidance. And that's why I was like, Sam, I want you to switch over. And then she was like, oh, I hope I get to be with Jasmine again. And then Tim's like, can we change it up? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Because she would have loved that. I don't know how. I'm like, how's my phone not on work mode? Stop texting me. We've changed it to work mode.
I like the settings switch up.
You said what?
I feel like the settings switch up. And then I learned,
oh yes, they do.
If one person texts you enough,
it'll just come through.
And it'll start to come through.
And I'm like, who are you?
Client who was messaging me in the morning, and I was available, so I was like, let me just get this over with. And now his phone comes through. And I was like, oh, no.
You are not on my list. That's why I like work mode, because work mode generally won't let anyone like ping you, no vibrations. So I'm about to just get a watch for time. Yeah.
Like
I'm like,
a little Garmin or something. Like
something. I mean, I like that I can ignore calls, but I'm like, I don't want any calls coming through. I want it just to be a time.
It takes away
distraction.
Yeah, you gotta get a little Casio.
And I've been looking at them too. They got cute ones right now. They got bright summer ones.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm supposed to be spending money, but I really need this. But everything else it just holds on. I'm like, why? This is like I'm on the search for. Why does that hold on so tight? Because I'm dealing with the same shite, and it's just like it takes some coaxing. So I think I'm gonna move out of it and come back to it. That's what I tend to do. Okay. Unless it is you're like, no, I want you to stay.
No, I'm down.
Let's see what happens when we go into the quad or into the glute. What's aching more right now, quad or glute? Okay, let's go into it. So my little rolly guy's in the car, so I will make you one out of a blanket. Yeah, I'm gonna flip over. So I'm gonna give you, yeah, it just so happened to work out. So what this was it was a pregnancy set, right? And so it had this weird sideline table pregnancy set, but like on the mat it didn't work. So I sold it, but the case got stuck on my pillow. So I was like, I sold the thing, was like, hey, sorry, you don't get the pillowcase part because it's like mine now. And so what I like about it is I can take it anywhere and I just wipe it off between clients. Yeah. I'm like, all I want is things to be easier, and like I'm very OCD about cleanliness and like cross-contamination type stuff. So I'm like, wipe, cover, yes, especially because I like doing gyms, and if you go to gyms, people are sweaty. Yeah. So I got to cover everything, and even covering this, obviously their sweat can soak through, so I like to tend to do more of this kind of stuff. Okay. But I'm like, if they're super sweaty and they soak through, if they're super sweaty, I'll first be like, go grab a towel and towel off. But it's like when you're sweating, you keep sweating. Yeah. So I might just like double wrap it, and then afterwards, like just be like, okay, that one's a goner. Can't use this blanket anymore. I'm gonna have to go. But they know they're in a gym, and they're like,
I'm laying on this?
Yeah, so what I like is, and this is generally what I started whenever COVID started, was everyone's coming with these stupid masks, the duck bills. Yeah. And so this gave people space to have like their mask without like it being completely squished.
So my forehead's going here.
Forehead here, face here, and then chest here. Oh. What I liked is that it gave people the ability to have the neutral neck. You might need to move this down a little bit to have more face space. But I just want people to be able to be comfortable and neutral. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. That's smart.
Thank you. Yeah, in traditional Thai, they're just like, deal with it. Lay on the hard mat with your face flat and your feet flat. I'm like, sorry, I'm bougie. Yeah. I'm like, remember, we're Westerners. we have the luxurious bolsters.
Right, you gotta be spoiled. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been kind of interesting talking with Robert after class and just kind of like telling him about things.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't too happy with me kind of encouraging Sam to talk about the sin line, like not the sin lines, but like the specific points.
Yeah, the meridians or
It's more like the acupressure referral points or whatever, right? And he says, I'm not saying that it doesn't work. What I'm saying is that there's no science behind it. And he is very big into science-based.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to like reel that in a little bit next class because he doesn't, he's like, you're just barking up the wrong tree when you start bringing in stuff that's like you can't prove with science.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I can understand that. It's like, 'cause yeah, it does work. You know?
Yeah.
But
I feel like it opens up just experience.
mm-hmm.
This is what Sam's experiencing.
I know. I love it though. So I have to dance that line a little bit.
Yeah.
I saw her yesterday. My eye was twitching. And I was like, oh my God, I can't even look at you. I'm like, I'm so annoyed with my eyeball. And I'm like, I'm just drinking water. She's like, it's your liver. You need to have some red meat. And then I had red meat and I was like, all right, I had red meat, still do it. She's like, massage this point. But honestly, now it did stop twitching. I had a filet mignon last night. I was like, please God, stop twitching.
It's helpful information for sure.
It's very out. Now I want to go to school for that, just to have be like that, like, you know, informed. So when you're feeling it in the SI joint, are you feeling it on the right side or the left?
The left side joint.
Yeah. What's going on with this like right side QL though? Right side never bother you?
Never bothers me.
That's fantastic.
It's so intense on the left side.
Mm-hmm. It's like nothing else can matter.
Like there was a spot in the hamstring that you were compressing on the right side that I definitely felt.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels so different.
Yeah, I get that.
The left side is so just like bound up.
Mm-hmm. Are you getting all jacked up right now with the Olympics on?
Oh, it's nonstop.
We like went to eat on Saturday and my boyfriend got all irritated with me because we were at the place right down the road and I didn't know they had servers that didn't speak any English. So I'm asking for the Olympics and they're like, keep sending people over. So he got embarrassed and was just like, stop making a scene. And I was like, I'm just asking for the damn Olympics. I'm like, isn't this on ABC or CBS? Like, what the hell?
Hard.
No. And I was like, sorry, like the men's basketball team is so legit.
I have to watch that. I literally watched the replay today.
It was so good. I was like, I don't want to be here right now. I want to go watch the game.
The Olympics stays on.
Same.
Growing up, my mom would just have the TV on.
Mm-hmm.
And so my fiance is not too happy about that. She's like, yo, it's electrical. I was like, okay.
It's not coming from the TV.
I was legit. Like,
it's not coming from. My boyfriend's an electrician. He'll tell you.
Okay.
There's no way it's coming from the TV.
You could tell me so that.
It's from the AC more than the light or more than the TV because the TV just doesn't pull that much power.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her know.
Let her know it's not the TV, girl.
I'll leave it on. It will go grab something, but it's on. She's like, turn the TV off. I said, no.
No.
Somebody has to watch this. Pippa's gotta watch this while.
And it's like I like to leave the TV on for my dog too because I'm like, this has got to be so boring to be in a quiet house.
Yeah. So
all by yourself.
I'm pretty sure she likes her alone time. I've said that multiple times. Like she looks like she's looking forward to me leaving.
The pup?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I'll yell at the TV. I mean, I'm just obsessed.
I mean, me too. I'm like screaming like they can hear me.
Yeah,
Especially that 1,500 like free yesterday. I was like, oh my God.
So I love the big sports. I always keep up with it. But I'm huge on like ping pong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ping pong, handball, badminton, all the small stuff.
So much fun.
Because you don't get to see it.
No.
And so I'm like, and then you don't realize how intense it is and how like people are this good at ping pong.
It's insane.
And I'm just like, yeah.
Like that person from Turkey that won that, whatever event that was where they had no specific eye gear on. They had their hand in their pocket, no earplugs. Yeah. This is me, my pure skill.
I'm like, you guys don't get it. These are inspiring stories.
Yes.
You gotta watch everything.
God.
Except for the airsoft shooting.
Yeah.
You don't even like.
It's hard to tell what the hell's going on.
You can't see them shoot. press the trigger,
Uh-huh.
you can't tell when they're about to. You just like
Boom.
they're staring at it, and then you see a mark on the little target and the TV, and I'm like, I can't.
Like I need a bigger TV if I'm gonna ever.
Yeah, I was like,
I can't even see it.
You can't hear it. I was like,
Mm-mm.
no. So we're watching all the small stuff.
I love that.
For sure.
Like anything that's on, I'm like, yes.
I want all of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Same.
Yeah.
That men's basketball team got me lit up. I was like, geez, this is like such a fire team.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
So exciting.
Except for the 3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah, it's not as exciting for me. Yeah, that was on today, and I was like, not into it.
I talked to my mom the other day. She was like, what is this? Why are there 3 people?
Was that the one that has one basketball goal too?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, boring.
She's so upset.
I know, I'm like, what is this?
I went to watch basketball, and they had only 3 people out there, and I was like, where's the rest of the court?
Yeah, same.
It's gotta change.
Yeah, there's another sport on right now, I promise.
Yeah, my glutes fired up.
Yeah. It was funny watching the men's gymnastics yesterday. I'm like, dude, I want to massage the shit out of all of these people. I'm like, but like looking at the striations in their muscles and just like, oh my God.
Right.
And the women just killing it, dude.
Super exciting.
So exciting.
They have like the little side drama and everything. I think it's so funny.
Dude, yeah. I love it all. Poor Simon. What is her name? Simon? Is that her name? That's how you say it. I'm like, I'm not saying it right. Okay, lift your feet up for me. Lift your feet up. I'm gonna put this. Yeah, she gets so much shit. And it's like, dude, leave the damn girl alone. She's a badass.
Pretty crazy.
I'm like, who gives a fuck about her hair? Like,
she just goes out and
let her. Yeah.
It's really, I mean, like the 2016.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell she was zeroed in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool to see that she's like kicking ass. She's all over the place. She's jumping freaking 12 feet in the air.
I'm telling you.
Like, she'll like the floor exercise, she kind of stepped out. She's like, oops.
Yeah.
She goes back in and just does the craziest flip. I'm like,
she's a badass.
This is a whole nother level that some athletes will never get to.
Never, dude.
Like, oh, no.
Most athletes will never get to. I mean,
my floor exercise is so good. But I'll just go do another flip. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
A deduction's nothing.
Yeah. Crazy. Do I need to lighten?
No, it's like my feet's down until I stop. So yeah, I've never been able to get like this intense of referral, like this consistency. Like you have to get to a certain layer to get these referrals. But it takes going deep enough and then the muscle being ready and things, and it's like I've never genuinely had referrals in my hamstring. So I know my hamstrings are tight. It's never shot down to my calf before.
I saw this post today. I forget in which group, talking about the muscles are not the answer. It's the attachments and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, this is all the stuff we're doing in Thai massage. I'm like, save your hands, go to Thai massage. But I'm like, I need to be careful doing that because I'm not trying to hate on someone else's stuff. I'm just like,
yeah, the people that hate on other.
I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, that's low.
It gets real.
Mm-hmm.
You just tell us what you do.
Yeah.
I saw this. I think he's a physical therapist, but he promotes massage a lot. But he's from like the UK. Super smart, great dude. He was like, stretching sucks. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I can't follow you anymore, man. Come on. You can't say stop everything.
So I'm gonna step up, but I'm trying to slowly work my way because it's gonna be deep. At first, it's gonna be really intense.
Yeah.
Until I get the second foot on, okay? But if it's too much, you just tell me and I'll step down. Is that okay so far? I feel like I should put a blanket down.
I'll take it.
You sure? Because I can put the blanket down and kick it off. It'll just help me get up.
Yeah.
Let's try it. I know you're trying to be tough, but I know this is going to be hard because this is also the first time you're receiving work this deep.
It's the hurt good.
See how quickly you can't even speak? Okay. Too much?
No.
Okay. Okay, this is where we'll get intense. We'll see what happens. Doing okay?
Yeah, it's like my glutes been waiting for this.
Mm-hmm. To where it can't fight back.
Yeah.
And it's never that I'm trying to give you too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to give you just enough. I'm listening, you know, if anything's ever too much, but the body sometimes needs just a little bit deeper work to like, okay, I give up, I'll let go. Do you like the rock side to side? Slow kitty biscuits? Okay. So look at the camera to your left. You see, this is all I'm doing as a therapist. For you as a receiver, this is something you've always needed and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know I could do this. I'm literally sitting on the suspension and I'm rocking side to side so I can create that effect for you. I bring my glutes up higher. I can create that more down towards your foot, pulling off the bone. I can come down where it's more intense if I'm like right over you, like so.
Yeah.
But you can see how like the suspension is just like the next layer to this. Opens doors to more. You need to know the mat-based work because really I'm only using my suspension on glutes, hamstrings, quads, adductors, like things, mainly lower body, right? Definitely lower legs. Fantastic suspension on lower legs. But this is where I hope to take you, and I think that you should go. You know, it's a great tool. It helps save you, especially if you've got, you know, any large clients with big muscles. It's like we need the sharpness can be too much for them. The big broad compression is what they really enjoy.
Right.
And what I will tell people is like man or woman, as I'm doing this, your pelvis could pinch you. Like, you know, so if you feel that, just let me know. I just sometimes like kind of pull my other hip out. Like, you know, it's like, it's hard to describe, but like you kind of pull it out to like just give your pelvis more room. It's just from like, you know, 200 pounds sinking into you. You know what I mean? It's bound to happen. A lot of people think that it's only men because of obvious anatomy, but like our pelvises still will pinch and it not being like extra, you know, anything else.
I have a, yeah, you'd have to check out mine. I have a desk, and I was like, I might get rid of this desk.
Yeah, because you don't need it. I mean, check out, you could do that shit standing up, sitting down. Unless you do use it.
I mean, I sit at it, and then I'll do computer work, things like that.
Mm. Is that at your house or in the office?
It's in the office.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I've had to do. Like, obviously, I'm trying to get my shit like up against the wall. So what I'm gonna end up doing is putting this screen, like attaching it to my wall, and then to where it pulls out, and I can bring a chair up. Because right now it sucks because I don't want to do a lot of computer work because I'm in an uncomfortable setup. So I'll bring my bolster, sit on it, and try to work on it. But my computer desk is in my room because I don't have the flipping room for it. I had it over here in this corner. There's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
So I've had to put my hot towel caddy in my closet. Yeah. I have an extension cord running out here to get it. I'm getting my partner to install me some plugs. But you really got to get all the shit off the floor, you know, and get everything because think about it. I mean, like beat on the mat. I mean, I like that I put that little, you know, photo low because it's like we're on the ground.
Right.
I need something to look at down here. Yeah. How's that feel, the rocking?
Feels good. Yeah.
Are you happy I have the towel underneath the bottom foot, or do you want me to get rid of it?
No, I think you keep it because you're at icy then.
I mean, on the edge of it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, edge of glute attachment, edge of IT band, part of the hammy kind of.
Yeah, when you're at the top of the glute bead, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
There.
Let me pull my foot back in. Right in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's where it fires up the most.
It's the overachiever.
Yeah, QL, top glute.
So where I've started kind of going with my thoughts, because I feel like our issues sound kind of similar. I wonder, like, if we have a muscle that's not firing, and like our glute med is overfiring, which then is causing, like, I wonder if it's like this effective things that happens because like one muscle is weak and not firing correctly.
Yeah.
Like that, I know that's what it has to be. I just don't know where to go with that now. That's kind of where I'm stuck. But I'm like, what is it? I need to resolve this because I feel like I'm going crazy. But also, it's like we're gonna run into this with our clients.
Yeah, I feel like my glutes work way too hard.
Yeah.
I think I've learned a while ago through Stretch Lab when I was doing that my hamstrings don't fire much. I'm for sure quad dominant. For sure, I mean, a lot more glute dominant than I realized. But I'll never stop working my quads.
Yeah.
That's just my own obsession. But I definitely need to even it out with like the hamstrings. So I know that that's part of it as far as like being imbalanced with my strength. But I just don't like deadlifts, stupid. I like Nordic curls. I don't know if you know.
Are those ones where like you basically have your feet up on a ball?
No. So you're pinned down, right? So say someone is facing away from me. You're like, I would pin them down and then it would slow.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's hardcore for sure.
Many setups that make it easy to do that workout.
No, but the other one you could do would be like where you have your feet on the ball and you're like slowly bringing it away from you and towards you with your like hips in a bridge.
I remember doing that for PT.
Hardcore. Yeah, and Pilates, they'll do some of that stuff too. Well, they'll have like your back on the stationary, and then they'll have your feet on that part, and that, man, I cramp up. Then I'm like, I know this is because these god darn hamstrings are weak.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start implementing that. It's very easy for me to skip a hamstring.
Same with me and calves. And I'm like, I have to build my calves because our feet are the foundation. So if we have a weak foundation, well, then what the freak's gonna happen with the rest of our body? Right? That's how I feel. We just need these little reminders to like push us.
Yeah.
To like reignite that fire and that focus. So this is why I love Thai. This is why I love suspension-based Thai. Because think about, like, I'm working, well, first off, I've got one foot in your hamstring, one foot in your glutes. But then as I'm rocking, I'm like, your low back is starting to warm up. Your ankle is moving. Like, there's so many things that are being affected in this amount of time. And it's like on the table, we're so limited. It's like you can use both hands, but it's like, how much are you getting done with two hands doing separate things?
Right. And then the pressure.
Exactly. So my dad, he's super into my table body work, and he was so sad. And I'm like, whatever, Dad, like, you're gonna have to figure it out, but this is what I do now. And like, I recorded him and I have it on TikTok, his feedback, and he was like, well, and he's kind of like walking around on my mat, and he's like, it's kind of like better bang for the buck, it's like, you really could do like a lot at once. And I'm like, do you see, Dad, why I'm not doing that stuff anymore? The double foot. Too much? Yeah. Okay, I'm coming down. Well, no, I was just rushing that. I mean, I didn't know I was going to rush it, but we'll get there. Let's go to the other side. Give that side a break for a second. Is it already starting to feel sore?
Not sore.
Okay, good. Because that means I could go in and do the open hip frog, which I like to do. Because I do believe. Oh, yeah, the other side's like, hey, me too. I'm really pumped. Robert just made some bomb videos for ads, and we're about to switch because I've been spending like $300 a month on like someone to do my social media stuff. because I mean, I'm horrible at it. I mean, I think most of us are horrible at it. Most of us, it's like our attention is spread so thin. Like, dude, I missed out on a job opportunity because this woman is messaging me on Instagram while I was out in Dallas teaching. And I'm like, dude, first off, I was barely on my phone. I don't get on my phone while I'm teaching. Like, even when I'm there after class, I'm like with my TA and I'm just really trying to be present.
Yeah.
So I missed out on an opportunity to like work at a retreat. But I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, lady. I don't know. I was gone. I mean, Instagram's like the worst way to reach me. Like, of all the ways to reach me, Instagram is by far the worst. I don't know why. I just don't log in. But anywho, we're about to transition that money into ads for me, because it's like, I told him, I'm like, it's not, we've built up the social media presence. I need to continue it.
Yeah, so it's got to be the next level.
But now we need to start pushing it to the people that are looking for this work. Because I'm like, part of me with like the class, it's like, I know classes are smaller because you have to be a private practice. But the second part is like, I'm only posting with no advertisement. It's all free posting on the internet. So I'm like, how are people finding out about it if the algorithm doesn't work in my favor? Like, do I even know if it is? And I feel that with everything, like with me promoting my business, with me promoting my class. I'm like, you know, how far is that even going? Yeah, because they want your money to push you there. I know that was a little fast. Are we doing okay?
Yeah.
Do I need to step down? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did a test run. I made a after class video with just like a variety of photos and videos from the trip and stuff. And then I was just testing it out because I saw that TikTok does marketing now. And so I threw $15 into that to just like try to get more views. Yeah. And I got like almost 3K views on that one video within a day. And then like 10 people added me. So I was like, well, that's cool. That worked.
Yeah, it does something.
It does something, yeah. Just gotta figure out which one works best for you.
And there's the apprenticeship?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
So the way that works is we do in 6-month increments. You come in, so you can do 2 different ways. Well, I guess 3. One way is in person, once a month, 3 hours. You completely control what happens, whether it be you get body work, we bring, I can organize, have someone come in to be our body. You can bring in a client you're having trouble with, whatever, right? And we work on whatever it is that you want. You want to continue learning sideline. You want to continue, getting into other stuff. That's what we get into. You control it. So that's $425 a month, or you can do the hybrid. Wait, my bad. Or we can do the online. So online is $325 a month, 2 hours online. You're in your space, I'm in my space. We each have bodies, and we're working through whatever it is you have questions on. Third option is hybrid, which is you just choose. You can either do like every other month, and so whatever month you're doing hybrid at that cost, whatever month you're doing in person is that price. Hybrid's that, or God dang, I can't stop saying the wrong word. Online is the other price. So you just switch back and forth between what the payment cost is and then what we're doing, how we're meeting. The way Sam did it was she had a friend that she split it with, which was good because then it gave them a break on the financial portion.
Yeah.
But the thing that I was running into as the instructor was like, if Sam's friend, her friend would kind of like, not in any sort of negative way, she would like hijack the session. It would she'd just keep asking questions. And so if Sam had a question, it was kind of getting like rerouted. So I'd have to be like, okay, like the beginning of the session is really your time to like kind of, what do you want to work on? And the end of it could be yours. Or I said, y'all could take turns. Like I let them, always decide. But that was something I noticed. Sam was super easygoing, so it didn't match. Like she was totally fine with it. And this was one of her friends, so it was good to go. But that is one thing to think about, is that like in those 3 hours we're meeting, you've got 2 different people with 2 different whatevers that they want. But say if you have someone that just wants to come in every once in a while, you can do that too. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. It's like we have a start line of it, and then we can kind of get a little bit creative with it to make things work for people.
I don't have massage friends, so.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, that's all good.
You will. We will get you some massage friends. We'll get you the Thai Jam. So you should come to the Thai Jam if you want. It's free. Normally they're donation based, because normally the people want rent. But this facility it's small. Like, it's bigger than this room. Like, I would say slightly bigger than this room.
This is the Zenwell?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
I've been in it.
The new?
No, not new.
So they moved south. They were on 6th Street. Did you go to that location?
I think so.
So they moved from there. Okay. And now they're down where there was a massage school that used to be where they're at now. So the room is a little bit bigger than this, but not by a lot. So I was counting like 12 people max.
It's going to the middle of my calf.
This one here?
No.
The glute? No way.
Yeah.
Do you ever have calf stuff that bothers you?
Not intensely. Every now and then, like, I'll feel it on like the soleus, like right on the lateral part of my calf. But I don't have too many issues. My feet can get really tight after a while. Like after a long day, I could feel the shoe just like compressing or something like that. And I'll switch over to my Crocs often. But I mean, nothing that like.
That's good.
You know, nothing crazy. Nothing where it's like my calves are an issue. But also I, you know, used to jump.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure they're more fired up than I even realized.
But also, you know, when people have really bad sciatica, sometimes when it's really bad, it'll go down to the calf. Sure. So I wonder if I'm triggering some of that, you know, correlation. Come in with double foot. Moving around that blanket. He's like an old man.
How old is he?
He's about to be 3.
Really?
Yes. He just like makes old man grump. Oh, I know. I get him. I love Scotty dogs, or what are they called? I don't know what the freak they're called right now. But anyway, I love that breed, and so he's a Maltipoo. I get him groomed like that. Nice. He's funny, dude. He's a funny guy. He's very entitled. Like, he really thought he deserved to come to Dallas. And I was like, one day I want to teach class and him be there, because he's like this. This is what he does in all sessions. He sits right there. Yeah. I make sure, like, hey, you know, like, this is my service dog, but if at any point you feel uncomfortable, you don't want him in the room, it's your session. You can kick him out. Yeah. And people will be like, Lenny, it's getting difficult. Come let me hold you. And he'll be like, nah, dude. But once the session ends, then he will come over to them. Yeah, like he has strong boundaries. Like, he knows that, like, we're working and he's supposed to be chilling.
I love dogs with strong boundaries.
In some things. But then when it comes to me eating, there's no boundaries at all. Yeah. He'll like growl at me, and I'm like, you stop it. Today I was not having it. I was like, you stop it. I'm eating breakfast. You had chicken and rice. Get out of town right now. Yeah, it's very bad. Oh, I tell you, yeah.
Respect my boundaries, but I will not.
I will not respect yours. Yeah.
She will go into her crate.
And
Joy will go in, and she's like, what are you doing? And I'm always like, hey, when she's in her crate, you gotta leave her. You respect the dog's boundaries. But when I'm on the couch, she just in front of me, dude, you see I'm sitting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop protecting me.
Right? You don't respect my boundaries. I'm not going to respect yours.
Yeah. My brother has a little Dashan.
Oh yeah.
But she's like,
Love them.
and his wife keeps messaging me. They're in Greece. His wife is messaging me. She's Romanian. She's like, Jasmine, this dog is ridiculous.
They're hyper.
What do I do? Yeah, and I'm like,
Is it a long hair or short hair?
short hair.
Not too bad. The long hairs are so stinking cute. Well, they're all cute.
I mean,
they're all cute.
And this one is, it's not brindle. It's like the black and gray, like gray with the black spots.
Gorgeous.
It's really gorgeous.
Such a pretty one.
But she's all over the place.
They're hot messes.
And she's like, what do I do with this thing? I was like, you gotta give it a job. Like, these dogs are active. They literally burrow into the ground and like chase little animals. You gotta give her something to do. She's like not even realizing it. And I wish she would have talked to me before
buying it.
Yeah, because my brother is big on just having a cute little dog, but he sucks.
He's not good at training or any of that kind of stuff.
He just doesn't do it. And so he's like, what do I do? But she's because she's Romanian, I guess they're really intense. So you could just feel the emotion through the text.
Oh, poor thing.
This is so funny. I'm like, hey, it's okay. And the puppy tore up my brother's art book.
Oh gosh.
I'm super mad. She was like, what do I do? And I said, Josh should know better.
You have to protect them from themselves.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You'd never put them in a situation where they can F something up.
Yeah. I was like, he knows better. Why is the book, the dog is...
Why is the dog in a place where the book, you know what I'm saying?
Tall.
Yeah. Why can he access your book?
Exactly. I was like, Josh will have to get over it because
he did that.
He did that himself, you know. I told her, like, crumple up some paper, put some treats in it, give her something to do.
But then that might encourage her to attack paper.
Yeah, but it's
at least it's something.
Yeah, because I always believe because it's the dog's like job.
That's
what they're bred for. Just let them,
let them be dogs.
You know, you can build a little. They love being in little tunnels and stuff like that. Just like.
How's this feel in the hammies?
Feels really good. Yeah, that right side is.
Look up at the camera. So this is how we.
I thought it was here.
I'm just hanging. Going side to side with my big broad feet. Because if I were my hands, it would be less compression and then it would be like sharper.
Yeah.
So this is how Robert and I have trained for so long without a third body. Sometimes we bring a third body in, but since we have the camera there and we have the ability to look up, it's like I can see what he's doing. So because we have we have 12 minutes left or whatever. I mean, I would think, number one, I kind of want to pull your leg up and behind because I want to open up that area, but then I think we need to get into quad. What do you think? What do you feel? What's calling? Because you know what you need. Pull? Cool. That's what I'm going to do. And next time, golly, girl. All right, big breath. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath. Big breath. I'm gonna bring your leg down. Big breath in. And your left leg's like, me. Oh, me. Big breath in. Big breath out. So I asked that girl that now is the new owner of that facility and was just like, so is your staff going to come? She's like, oh, I don't know. One showed interest. And I'm like, what? This is literally, I don't get it. It's like at your facility. But I just don't know if they don't feel like there's value in trading and like learning.
I think when you work for someone, it feels like work, right? Like,
yeah.
The last thing you want to do is go there on your day off.
Yeah, true that.
As opposed to like when you're private practice, you're like, whatever I can do to like build. It's just like a completely different. How your practice goes.
Yeah.
That's what I felt for sure when I was working for someone.
Yeah. Ooh, little foot let go. So Now do you feel ready for quad?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. So I'll just toss that bad boy out. You can keep that for your neck. Yeah. Boop. There you go.
Yeah, I got me some of the Mexican blankets also.
Hell yeah.
I was like, better get ready because I'm buying all this stuff.
You're like, a bunch of boxes are about to come in, but just trust me, this is for what I just learned. You got to. Because it's like, that's like literally my biggest regret is that I took so long to get fully immersed.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, well, people are going to like it. And it's like, no, stop all the excuses.
Yeah.
Just go do it.
Right now I have 2 tables. One's huge. I got it from the SAR school. I've had it for years. It's literally coming apart.
Sell it. Or I guess what I did was I sold, my first one I got was a big, bulky bad boy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't coming apart, but it was big and bulky and heavy. And I sold it for like $300 to someone that was going into school.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not a mobile table.
I'm thinking about it, and the other one's in my car. It's small, but comfortable. And I was just like, I have 2 ladies that I wouldn't put on the floor. I have one lady who has a completely fused back, detached hamstrings, stuff like that. It's like, compressions are gonna be alright for her, but I think I'm gonna keep you on the table. And then
What are you worried about with her?
I
mean, obviously she can't like twist and stuff, right?
Getting her up and off the floor.
You think so?
Yeah. So she told me, because it's been a while since I've seen her, so she was asking for an update. I told her about the class and everything. She was like, you gotta try something once. And I'm like, hey, if you're down, I'm down.
Yeah.
Getting up and off the floor. She tore her hamstring. She's all over the place. She tore her hamstrings.
How recently?
I think this was a while ago.
Because
a couple years, I think.
My little 95-year-old lady used a little chair to get off the floor.
Yeah.
There's just like a low chair, and it's like we could be the low chair.
Right.
You know?
I was like, I would very likely have to help her.
Yeah.
Down, but there's nobody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. God, that sucks. How old is she? That sucks.
She never told me, but she's probably in her 60s.
You gotta think about how much pain there is, not being able to twist or bend or.
Oh, I mean.
Poor thing. I'm sure it's better than being paralyzed, which I'm guessing would be like the other option.
She literally has like maybe 2 vertebrae in her neck that aren't fused.
Oh, poor baby. Golly, that sucks.
It's intense, and the way it happened was just. She was like, "It just happened." I was like, "What?" She was like, "I tore my hamstring, just walking through the airport." I was like, "Yo, you're just not set up." You're just like ready to detach. So, yeah, she was like, no specific injury. It just kept getting, my back just kept getting worse and worse, and then slowly from the 90s on up, she just kept.
She have kids?
Yeah, I think she has. I've heard about 2. Daughter and yeah, older.
I feel like moms can just like ignore stuff so easily because they've given birth.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, I've got this like fiery feeling in my, and you're like, wait, what? Like that doesn't even sound normal. It's like.
That's how my mom was when she had my brother.
And you're like, wait, what?
Sister, she was like, yeah, no, I was just a little upset. I think I need water. My sister was like, I think the baby's coming. She was like, and they went to the doctor, and sure enough, he was on his way.
Like,
no idea. She was like, I thought it was just.
And some people are just so disconnected from their body they don't understand or have those connections. Where like I went snowboarding and could feel my psoas activating, and I was like, why do I feel that? I didn't like feeling it because I'm like, that's annoying. Yeah.
But there's some people that are like.
This is why I have psoas problems from this right here. This is how I shouldn't be using it. Because I'm closing off. I should be holding myself up. Yeah. Bad habits I've created over 6 years of doing it. But you'll see why I go in that way. Okay. Sorry, I was fast. But do you see why I had it that way? Because it made it easier for you. And now this is like earth thing. Can you handle it though?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like hang out. But you see how I'm able to like go more lateral? Like I could even drop down and sit on this and have this one behind me to be even more lateral and not on top.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of wanting to sink in and shear.
These have to be really strong, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you've got the boards are in the studs, multiple studs, and then suspensions attached. I've been here for 4 years. This has been set for 4 years here. But this is the same stuff I had in my old facility for like I didn't quite have it for a year there. I set it up kind of close to when I was moving. I think probably around 5 years. But I want to replace my bands because my fat butt has flipped them to where they're like folded. So I'm about to buy some from Robert because he had bought some because I was going to set up suspension on it.
Yeah.
But then they were just getting so finicky about like, well, now we're busy and da da da. And I'm like, whatever. Like, you guys would love this, but whatever. I'll get there. I just got discouraged.
Yeah.
So when I'm trying to make it be less crazy, I just bring my butt away from you. I'm unstacking. And then I get that shear.
Okay.
But like, yeah, well, it's the stacking of it. So anytime we want more intense, we stack right on top. If you want less intense, you just unstack slightly. Yeah. And also sometimes when we're doing this deep compression in the quad, the SI joint will start feeling kind of weird after a while because it's like that down compression. Yeah. So all I'll do is like pull your leg to let it go. Do you want me to work the right quad at all? I'll probably need to move on if I do. I know. Told you there's no time for shoulder. Sucks, right?
It's not sad.
Yeah. But it's like people don't understand, so I'm going to slowly step off. I have to slowly come out because if I were to come out fast, you're like, your body just like recoils.
Like second intensity.
Yeah. So what I like to do is then do that big pull. Just kind of. And it gives you that nice reset.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me super excited. I was so happy when I came.
Oh, I'm so happy. I mean, I felt really good after teaching you. Like, I was like, all right, you know. Yeah, I'm like, because I know with Ava, like she's so new. Yeah. She's so new to like being in tune with her body. It's not even just that she's new to body work. She's been a office worker for so long. That like that gets you to clock out. Dude, so much. I felt so I always use these guys to kind of redirect the leg.
Oh.
So that way I can get into your quad. So yeah, she just has to figure things out. And then Tim, he's just adding it to it. I mean, I think his practice is pretty light.
Yeah.
From what I've gathered. Like I think his clients might like the lighter pressure type stuff, so. This is addictive to me to receive. I'm like, I can't get this. So you'll go to Ashi and they'll start sliding on your quad. You're like, just stay. Just for a minute.
Yeah. Hi, buddy.
He's like, I know it's near the end. Hi, friend. He's a good boy. Oh, you scratch my butt. I linger. I linger for dad, huh? I know. I love I love his face.
Yeah. My dog would be face. As soon as someone lays down, she's like, I don't know if your dog ever does that, but he's like here.
How much does she weigh?
She's like 15. She's small for a pit bull. Pretty small, but she's still.
Isn't it crazy I went from pit bull to that?
It's kind of hilarious.
I was so tired of people being fucking mean about my dog. My dog got attacked by another female pit, and my dog didn't even retaliate. Yeah. That's how sweet she was. She would eat bugs, but would not bite anything. But the way that she looked mean because she was a red-nosed brindle. They just look intense.
Yeah.
But man, that girl, she wouldn't harm she'd harm a fly. That's about it. She'll eat the shit out of some flies. But she's like a big cuddly human.
Yeah.
Sweet as can be.
So if I'm on the floor, she'll come up and she's just like sniffing.
Mm.
She won't lick or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll be like here.
Mm.
And I'm like, all right, dude, chill.
Mm.
And then if she's trying to get in your face, like if I'm sitting on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
up against the couch, she'll like scoot
Mm.
until her face is like right here.
Oh, I love it. You're like, I need personal space.
There's no personal space at all.
Right.
Dude.
I mean, neither is that guy, but he weighs freaking 16 pounds. So it's not as a 50-pound dog like leaning. And that's how my other one is. She's like a solid 26.
Yeah, she'll just, lean in a little bit like you're not moving me right
Yeah.
Joy loves it. She's like, oh, cuddle. So I'm like, you guys can cuddle each other.
Yeah. That's exactly how it was. So coming in for a 90-minute shows you why I really like. I'm like, nope, you can't come in for less than a 2-hour.
Yeah.
I won't do it. I will do it.
I've readjusted
Have you?
Website a little bit.
Yeah.
I have a few people who are on like 60-minute like monthly sessions. But some of those people I'm like, I don't really want to work like respectfully.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't really want to work on you because you're looking for a softer.
Yeah. And that's
anyways. And I mean, I might be surprised, but will they pay for a 2-hour? Probably not, which is totally fine.
What's going to happen is you're going to naturally lose the clients that you don't really feel like working with. And it's not a disrespectful thing at all. This is when we have the power to be like, you know what? I don't want to do hours, so I took it off my menu. I don't want to do 90 minutes, so I took it off my menu. And then you start your menu with, like my menu says 4 hour for 400, 3 hour for 300, right?
Yeah.
And I am about to raise my rates, but that's where we're at right now.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah, with the most expensive at the top. So when they go down to the 2 hours for 200, they're like, okay, well, that's closer to what I'm used to, but see how you're feeling. Time flies when you're having fun. But I want to see how you feel when you stand up and walk.
My low back feels compressed.
Mm-hmm.
From all
And what I do hope for is I hope that low back starts to ease up as the day goes on. Do you have any of these at your house or in your...
No yoga blocks.
I suggest buying one, man. You can get them on the marketplace for like $5 flipping.
I have a wheel.
Wheels are good, but it's like a different thing. So for my QL adductor stuff, well, mainly QL and psoas, I like to come on my back and I put the block like above the pelvis, below the floating ribs. And first off, that just feels nice. Then I thread the needle. And so I start with like a half moon banana and I'm already feeling that stretching here. And then if I want to deepen it, I reach through and grab my left foot. I'm a little far out to not see that on the camera. But thread the needle, reach down, grab the foot, and then half moon, and it's like I'm opening the whole front side of my body there. So I can achieve some stretch without the block. I want you to try it. So when I do this, I can feel some stretch through here. And so that does help, but you feeling it? And really reach this arm to the other side, like a banana half moon. There you go.
Definitely more on this side.
Yeah. Which is what we already knew, right?
Yeah. I think my arms are so much longer.
Yeah.
That I have to.
Oh, you have to really, yeah. And that's what I'll do. I'll really pull it. But that's what I'm doing and teaching my clients for stretching the psoas. So I'm like, there's really a limited number of ways we can do so.
So I usually do I think it's called the couch stretch.
Yeah, where you have the leg back up.
The wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go up against the wall, and that one is intense. And so it's been a while since I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've been consistent on it. So that's the stretch that I'm trying to get back into.
Yeah.
That's where I can rest in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like everything that I need. But it's just not happening right now.
Yeah, I did a massage yesterday. So funny. So the girl is staying at Austin's Spa House, which is on Lake Austin. They charge $200 an hour to get a massage there. So this sneaky girl.
An hour?
It's $1,000 a day to stay there. per person, not per room.
Doing it by choice?
Per person, yes. And so she hired me to come out there and massage her. I had to like lie and say I'm her talk therapist as I'm walking in with my mats because I'm not supposed to be there. It's like a closed resort.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that nuts though?
Told me about that. I've never.
Nuts.
So they have it's like...
They have a whole spa at the top, and I accidentally parade into the spa. Hey, I got hired to work with this person. They're like, what? And I'm like, I'm a talk therapist. Isn't that so funny? I was like, what the heck? So yesterday after that, I could just feel really tight. So I stopped and went to the lake over there. I went to Jessica Hollis Park and I just laid on the ground and like went through stretching. Like I like laid back and like just stretched my quad. Cause that's how it is with me. Like I'll do it and like my quad won't like, my leg will be like up. But as I lay there and breathe, it slowly goes down. And I'm like, I just have to do this regularly. Find time to just lay out and stretch.
I'm hoping that I'll do it today before I go to bed and just try to like get back into it. But it was such an intense feeling. I was like, I think I'm gonna cry. This is way too much. I don't think I can work through this on my own right now.
Yeah.
So that's the exact stretch I need.
Right. I'm excited to see what happens after the session, if that like opens up something to make it easier to work through it.
Yeah.
You'll have to keep me posted and let me know how you feel. But hopefully we can continue training and working together and come to the Thai jams and just keep grinding out because it just really seems like you're meant to do this. You know what I mean? Like you look so strong and so natural. It's like, why haven't you been doing this? You know what I mean? And not to make you feel any sort of weight by saying that, but like you just looked so good. I was like, oh, yes, Jasmine. Yeah.
No, I'm in the same. I was like, been waiting way too long.
Yeah.
So
jump.
As soon as I got home, I was like, okay, just jump. Because I always have a hesitation.
Well, you're just being cautious, making smart decisions, but it's like, done that. Time to go.
I was like, you know what? Here we are. We're here. We've been waiting. We've already been doing it for 7 years. Haven't found it. Now you found it. Let's just jump.
I love it. I'm proud. I'm excited for you, but just know I'm still here for you. Yes. Reach out, text, email, whatever it is.
Thank you. Can I get the links to these little cameras?
Yeah.